Hi there, Serial Trader here. I just want to do a check-in with gold and just to refresh where we're at. So I'm still considering that we did a WXY XZ triple zigzag from our August 2020 high into our March 2021 low. The only way I would reconsider that pattern is if we do come down here and take out that March 2021 low. And then, I would still view this as some sort of corrective structure, but it would just have to be relabeled to accommodate further complexity. But I won't go there until I have to. And right now, let's just focus on the more immediate pattern at hand. And that's where I can make a case where we have an initial impulse wave off that March 2021 low to our, let's see here, to our June 1st, 2021 high, which came in at 1919.2. And that could be considered an initial wave one after that large correction that we potentially finished in March. Now this is where it gets a little dicey. So of course, after you have an initial impulse wave off of a bottom, you do expect a pullback, but this looks a little bit menacing. So certainly we have an initial 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. I think currently we can call that for a wave A. Now, we have had a corrective recovery in 3 legs, so it looks like an A, B, C up for a wave B, assuming that we've already completed our C wave. We could certainly develop a little more to the upside, but we'll just make that assumption for now until we're forced not to. And you can see that's right around, let me just remove the 38.2% for a little clarity. So we did right around a 50% retracement of this initial A wave down, so that's certainly an acceptable B wave retracement. Could we push a little further up into that 618 region? Sure. But we had enough of a reversal down there on the end of the month on Friday that I'm kind of leaning that we're starting our next wave down, which could be a C wave of 2. Now let's get into that. So we got 5 down, we got 3 up, and we're looking for another 5 down. Now it matters where this next 5 down lands. So as long as we trace out 5 waves down, and of course we're looking to take out this low at 1750.1, but it could just be a marginal violation. It could be a very weak C wave, or if we just throw up a fib retracement of this entire move from the March bottom to the June top, you can see we've already gone through a couple areas here. So we've certainly already gotten through the 618 area just with our initial 5 waves down. But we could come down here and catch maybe the 786 retracement, or even lower. I mean, we could potentially do almost a 100% retracement as long as we don't actually take out 1673.3. Technically, this can be considered a initial wave 1 up and an ABC down for 2. So I am currently actually in a few puts on GLD, nothing serious, but just to try and catch a nice little leg down here in the C wave. And then once this pattern to the downside develops, and it looks like it's finishing or nearly bottomed out, we'll have to assess what that means. If we're still above that March high, I think this initial 1-2 interpretation works just fine. If we do come down here more aggressively and take out the March lows, then we'll have to go back to that larger time frame and relabel that bigger pattern. Still overall, from that August 2020 high, I think it would still be viewed as corrective, so we should still be eventually looking for a trend to the upside. But let's just wait and let this shorter term pattern develop. Let's see where this C wave lands, if it is in fact a C wave, and let's see if it finds a higher low above the March low. These will all be important pieces of information as to where we should be looking next here in the gold market. It's going to take a while. I mean, this is a daily chart, so could take a large portion of August just to have this C wave to the downside play out. So we'll see. But just thought I'd share what I was seeing here currently on gold. I know some people do watch gold fairly intently. I do, but I only like to touch on it if I see some sort of setup that's recognizable, maybe worth trading for me. So that's why I shared what I did today. All right, Serial Trader signing off.